Hi everybody, my name is Julie Hammerstein. I'm a nutritionist, I'm a mom, and I'm also the host of Real Nutrition on the Mom TV network. I work with families all the time on how to integrate healthier foods into their daily diet, whether it's snacks or meals or breakfasts or meals on the go. And so I'm always looking for ways to help people do that with more ease. And being a busy mom of two 8-year-old boys, I also know the challenges of trying to eat healthy in a busy world. That is why I was so excited to see this new cool product called the Baby Brezza, which is one of the easiest ways that I know to make healthy baby food. And what I'm finding is it's also fabulous for making toddler food and even food for my 8-year-old boys, for teenagers, and yes, even for me. I'm finding that this is a great way to get some good vegetables and healthy whole grains and all those good foods into my diet with more ease. And actually, Baby Brezza is actually pronounced Brezza, but it means breeze in Italian, and this truly is a breeze in terms of getting healthy whole foods into your diet. So I'm going to show you a few recipes today and really how simple this is. Now the way this works is you put your food into this little container here, which kind of looks like a small coffee pot, and you have options here for steaming and blending, meaning that when you put the food in here, if you click on steam plus blend, and then you set your timer for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then you can walk away. Literally walk away, and you'll come back in 15 or 20 minutes. The food is cooked and blended. It's one of the easiest ways to make pureed foods for your babies, or even to make pureed food to put into an additional recipe. Sometimes I will puree zucchini or other, things like squash to put in a pasta sauce so that I can get more fruits and vegetables into my family's meals without them even knowing it, although I do tell them. Anyway, so you have the option also just to steam, which is what I'm doing now. So I have some yams in here with a little bit of kale, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that later. Or you have the option just to blend, so you could throw in stuff to make a smoothie or a puree or make a guacamole with avocado. So it really is, I counter all the time, and I do not have babies or toddlers. I have 8-year-olds, but I'm using this almost every day because I just throw stuff in there and cook it, maybe to throw on top of a salad or put into a stir fry. So it's really easy that way. One thing that I made, a lot of times you want kind of that cobbler using a pear or an apple, but you don't want to use the raw fruit. So I chopped up some pear and some plums. And I try and cook with seasonal foods as much as possible. But I just chopped those up, so one pear, one plum, I put it in the Baby Brezza, and I steamed it for about 10 minutes. Then I took it out and put it in this bowl, topped it with a little bit of rolled oats and a little bit of cinnamon sugar and a little bit of flaxseed. And then I also put a little dollop of yogurt on the top there. So this, you can see, is just a wonderful dessert or maybe a nice breakfast, and really easy to get that nice kind of steamed fruit for a nice warm, almost cobbler type of dessert. The other thing that I did is I'm always looking for ways to put vegetables into foods that I know my kids already like. For instance, I know they love avocado, and I know most people like avocado, so I cubed up some avocado, but then what I also did in the Baby Brezza was I chopped up and cubed up some zucchini. So I took one zucchini, and then I took about 5 or 6 whole dates. So you can just buy pitted dates and just buy it in the store already bagged, and I sliced them and put the zucchini and the dates into the Baby Brezza and just steamed it for about 10 minutes because you don't really need to steam the zucchini for that long. And then what I did was I mixed it all together to make a little dip. This sounds like it's kind of a crazy combination, but it's really yummy. I put a little bit of cumin on top of it and some sea salt, and I mixed it all together, and it's a fabulous kind of hearty, country-ish way to do a guacamole or some sort of a dip with whole grain chips. So that's another great way to get some vegetables in. And what I've actually done with this before too is I've steamed some fish in here, some halibut, and I chopped that all up and even put a little bit of salsa, homemade salsa, or you could even do jarred salsa. But I steamed the halibut in the Baby Brezza, chopped it up, and then mixed it in with this, and it could be just a nice little dip or even a main dish. Now what I'm doing in here is I'm actually cooking the yams and the kale. So this is something that you could just eat like that, Or if you wanted to kind of pre-cook your vegetables and add it to already cooked chicken or some sort of leftover meat to make a stir fry, again, it's so easy because you literally put the stuff in, walk away, and come back and it's steamed. And what's so nice about this, which I'll show you, is that you can actually blend it right in the machine. So one of my other favorites that I make is a butternut squash that I make a soup with. So I'll put the butternut squash in, and then I will cook it, puree it, and come back and just add a little bit of broth and some curry, and it makes this wonderful puree. Or I can add more broth and make it a soup. Really simple way to get that in. Now you'll see we've been talking here, this is already steamed. Now what I can do, if I'd had it on steam and blend, it would have just done it on its own, but I kind of wanted to show you what it looks like in this pot. It's a little bit hot, so I need to be careful here. But if you just open this up, then you have everything all nice and steamed right in your pot there. So wonderful. And basically what I'm going to do is take this and I'm going to blend it. The cool thing is that I could have set this on steam blend and it would have done it on its own, but I didn't do that because I wanted to show you what it all looked like in the pot once it had been just steaming. Woo, look at that steam. So this is it, all of it blended. And what I'm going to make with this actually is this really cool kale and yam patty. So I take some of the mixture out of here, I mix it with a little bit of almond meal, or you could use panko breadcrumbs, something to bind it together. You could even use a little flour. And then I'm going to cook it over the skillet here in a little bit of grapeseed oil and make these wonderful kale and yam patties. And you can actually find that recipe on my website at juliehammerstein.com. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and I can't emphasize enough, if you have anybody who has babies or they're getting ready to have a baby, this is a perfect gift for them. The baby Brezza can be found at Babies R Us, or you can go to babybrezza.com. It's $99. It's the best investment you'll make if you're trying to feed your family and your kids healthy, wholesome meals without a lot of difficulty. Baby Brezza, it's a breeze. I love this thing. So go out and take a look at it, and I appreciate you watching today. Have a fabulous, fabulous day. Bye-bye.